Hey guys, what's up? What is up? Kuya Jason with Our Life in the Philippines. So I've been getting a lot of questions about our car. This is a 2023 Geely Coolray for 1.2 million pesos. The question that I get a lot, one, what type of car is it? Well, I just told you. Two, people want to know, is it possible for an expat to buy a car in the Philippines? I'm going to go over that with you, and I'm going to tell you how to do it, what you need to do it, and also a tip at the very end, what to avoid, because I'll tell you what, it will come back to haunt you in the future. So stay tuned, watch the whole video, definitely that last tip. All right, guys, let's get into it. So this is my 2023 Geely Coolray, and I'll show you just a couple things about this. I absolutely love this car. It has so many features. For 1.2 million, which equals what? 1.2 million, which is that much. Can you really buy a car in the US with all these features? So people say, well, why would you buy a car in the Philippines? Well, one, for what you get for the money. I mean, this thing has 360-degree cameras. It's got, just all kind of safety features, leather interior, cooled seats. I won't go too much into the car because this is not about the car. So what do you need to buy a car in the Philippines? First thing you need, you're going to need some money. If you have cash, like I paid cash for my motorcycle. If you have cash and a driver's license, that's pretty much all you need. You can just go buy one. Just go buy it. If you got the 1.2 million, just go buy it. But, honestly, most of us just can't do that. So, if you were like me, I was here for about a year before we bought our car because you need certain things. So, what was the first thing we needed? Let's see. The first thing you're going to need is proof of your address. And this is financing through a bank. When you go to the dealership, you probably don't even know what bank is going to finance you. We didn't. We went to the dealership and I said, I want to buy a car. We have no idea how to do it. What do we need? And they told us everything we needed. So the first thing was proof of address, which is going to be in your wife's name most likely. And that would be your internet bill, water bill, electric bill. So when you move over here, let's say you're moving in with her parents, which is what I did when I moved over. We went ahead and got the water bill, the electric bill, and the internet bill put in my wife's name with her married name, because this is after we get married. So we had all that put in her name. So we did have the bills. What's the next thing you need? The next thing you're going to need is bank statements. You're going to need 6 months of your bank statements from the US and 6 months of bank statements from your wife. And what you want to show is, let's say your wife's not working, which after we got married, I told my wife, there's no need for you to work, so don't work. So I was transferring money every month from my US bank account to her BDO account here in the Philippines, which actually helped later on, for a year. So for her proof of income, we used the remittances that I was sending every month over here to the Philippines. Even after I moved to the Philippines, we still needed money, so I was sending the money over here. So that showed her proof of income. And they wanted 6 months. We gave it to them. They wanted 6 months of my bank. Easy enough to download, just use your app. I had Chase. Downloaded 6 months. Emailed everything to them. They printed it all out. So 6 months of bank statements Also, proof of income would be your paperwork from your Social Security, your retirement. I used VA, disability, and military retirement paperwork. Just had to print it out. Again, with an app, there's a VA app you can go on, just print out your paper that's showing the monthly amount, your disability rating, whatever. And that's all they wanted for my proof of income. Next. You're going to need your passport, plus your wife's passport, with your 13A visa. That's very important. Your 13A visa, that is your spousal visa. And you can get that after you're here for, what is it? I don't remember all the requirements, but just look up 13A visa. You have to be here for a certain amount of time, I think, before you can apply for a 13A visa. And with that, after being here for 6 months, you need an ACRI card. There's two different ones. There's the temporary and then the permanent. If you're going to finance with the bank, you actually need the permanent. And you will get that after you get your 13A visa. You'll get the ACRI permanent. Very important. They need that. So passport, 13A visa. ACRI card says permanent. Third, driver's license. You need to have a Philippine driver's license. It's easy enough to get, but you do have to be here for, I believe, a certain amount of time to get that. I'll do another video about the process of getting your driver's license because some things have changed since I got mine. Mine was easy. I went into the mall where they had the LTO. I gave them my driver's license. I said, I just need to get a Filipino driver's license with this driver's license. I have the motorcycle endorsement. They sent me to get my picture and go to a medical, which was in the same building, fill out some paperwork, give it to them. Easy enough. Took me like an hour to get my Philippine driver's license. I had a friend who took him like a week. I'm not sure what he did wrong, but he had to go through the class and do all that rigmarole. I didn't have to do all that. So maybe they changed something. So I'll have to look into that. So next. And lastly, going along with bank statements, you want to have cash. You're going to have money for a down payment. And each dealership is different. They're always running these specials. Buying a car here in the Philippines is a lot different than buying a car in the U.S. You know, in the U.S., the price is never the price. And you're haggling back and forth, back and forth. It's different here. The price on that window is the price they're selling it for, and when they call the bank and you do get approved, it's going to be that price, and there's going to be a payment schedule. And an example, I think we pay $500 US a month for like 4 years or 3 years. I'm not sure. I don't remember. It's almost paid off now. You want to have money in the bank for your deposit. Also have money in the bank, in your wife's bank, to show that she does have money left over from that income coming in, because it's not easy to get a loan, but you can do it. So my last and final tip. So this is the last tip, and this one will actually save you money in the long run. When you purchase a car, they're always advertising this free insurance for a year. I found out the hard way. Yeah, it is free. It's overpriced, and it locks you in with that insurance for the life of the loan. And so what happened to us was, so let's say our insurance was like 36,000 pesos. So for the first couple years, it was okay, 36,000. Then I think it went down to like 34,000. And then the third year, which I believe was this year, I said, man, I can get insurance. I was talking to my contractor. I said, I can get insurance for 22,000, full coverage, basically the same coverage as this bank insurance, this free insurance. So I was talking to my contractor, and he says, no, man, don't go with the bank. Actually, Shopee sells insurance. So I went on there and I looked, and it was like 20,000. So I contacted the insurance company that we have through the bank, this free insurance, and I said, hey, cancel my insurance. I don't want it anymore. We're going with a third party. We're going with another company. She says, sir, you can't. She said, you signed a contract. I got pissed. I said, I didn't sign nothing about insurance. I said, I want to see my signature. It's a good one. In the US, you always want to see your signature, right? She freaking sends it to me. It's one of them 100 pages. When you buy a car here, you got to sign your name like 100 times. It was one of those 100 pages, very fine, small print, and it says right in there, you agree to have insurance with this company for the life of the loan. If you cancel at any time, you have to repay that first year of free insurance, which was like 36 or 40,000 pesos. So she says, if you want to cancel, go ahead and cancel, but you owe us for that first year. I said, well, it makes no sense for me to cancel. So to save money, when they offer you that free insurance, tell them no. You'll get your own insurance, and then you will have to buy insurance and then provide it to the bank within a certain amount of days. But in the long run, it's going to save you money. Look at me. Now I'm paying $30,000 when I could be paying $20,000. Not a huge deal. I mean, we're talking about like $200, but hey, money's money. And when you're living in the Philippines, every little bit counts. I could be doing my yard right now. I could be fixing up some things. So, all right, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, comments, tips, concerns, whatever, like, subscribe, share the video. And until next time, peace.